Hello everyone, welcome to My English, My Life, an online program to learn from class 6 to class 12 of English classes. Today, we are going to continue the second part of our environment, the interview which was given by Ungari Matai to a radio person, a radio interviewer. So that we are going to continue. Previously we discussed about the points how environment is related to peace, how environment is related to development, how environment make and Wangari Matai to get Nobel Prize. So how she worked. So what are the causes for unseasoned rains or rainfall, changing of rainfall patterns. So what they are getting. So what are the major request of the people who are living in rural areas. We discussed in the first part. So today we are going to begin and we are going to continue and conclude the second part of this lesson. Let's begin. What happened when you start working with the women? Well, the first time when I told them let us plant trees, the woman said they didn't know how to plant trees. So I asked the foresters to come and teach them. But they were complicated. They are professionals. It came very complicated for ordinary illiterate women. So I told the women, we shall use our common sense and just do what we do with other seeds. Women work on the farms. They are the ones who plant. They are the ones who cultivate. They are the ones who produce food. So I told them that seeds of trees are like any other seeds. So if they were to treat these tree seeds the same way they treat other seeds of food crops, there is no difference. I told them to look for old broken pots even and put their seeds there. They will germinate and they will know these are the seedlings from the seeds they planted. And we gave them plastic bags to be able to put those seedlings and to nurture them. And when they were about half a meter long, then they could go and to transplant them on their farms. In the beginning it was difficult, but soon gained confidence and they became very competent foresters. So I called them foresters without diplomas. So here the interviewer asked the question that is, so how you feel to work with the woman? So what are the problems you face? It was very big process, that is, when I went to the women of rural people who are uneducated, illiterates, I said let's plant trees. When I say the word let us plant trees, they said we don't know how to plant trees. So it was very big problem. So immediately I went to the foresters department who were there and I asked them to help how to let them teach how to plant trees, how to make seedlings, how to make to grow the plants. They said it was not possible because they are illiterates. We are professionals. We are well educated. We can't teach for them. So then Wangari Matai herself took the initiation and the responsibility of teaching how to plant trees. Then immediately she called all the people of rural areas. They came and she showed the seed and she kept there in a small pot and she said, see, it is a seed. When you make it to grow inside, when you sow it, it will grow, it will germinate. So when it germinates half a meter, then immediately take it out. Then put in a plastic bag. Then go for your farms and plant there. So that was the process. So when she said the word, then immediately they went searching. So she said that to get old broken pots. So they bought the old broken pots, she given seeds and they sow the seeds. Then after some days they are germinated and they came up. Then immediately what she said, she given plastic bags. They kept in the plastic bags and then they took to their own farms and they planted there. So it became very, first they started with a difficulty, now it became very easy for them because experience. They learn. Practice makes men perfect. So practice make a woman's ear to get awareness how to plant trees. So they started planting. They started in their own farms. Now they become very professionals. Now she is calling them as forest professionals or we call it foresters without diplomas. So means without any proper education, they became professionals in planting and forestation. So that became a great success for Wangari Matai in her career. Why do you think they responded so well to your message? It was a need when the women said that they need firewood and building material, we responded to that. Plant trees, then you will have trees for firewood. In the tropes, trees grow very fast. In 5 or 10 years, these trees the trees serve as firewood, as building materials. When we had planted these trees, we saw the need for them to understand why we have to have good governance. So it became important to give them civic education so that they could understand how we govern ourselves, why we govern ourselves, the way we govern ourselves, why we are managing our environment, the way we are managing it. Because we were dealing with the environment, we gave them education both in civic and also in environment that made them understand clearly why they should take up the responsibility of protecting their environment, that it was not the responsibility of the government or the responsibility of somebody else to come and to rehabilitate their environment on their own land. It's their responsibility. So, how have you given your message? When you said let them plant trees, how they reacted, how they came forward, what made them to come forward? Very simple. That is, she said that they need food. They need food for animals. They need firewood. They need timber or wood to construct houses. So it is very, very need for them. To get that, clearly we said, let's plant trees. If you plant trees, in 5 or 10 years, they will grow up. Then you can use for constructing houses, and you can get firewood, and you can make food, and you can enjoy it. So she said the word that is, start planting today. For example, today we planted 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. So the habit is daily planting trees. So what the plant what we seeded. So the first day it will grow up in 10 years. So means after 10 years you can chop down. But what is happening? The next day we are there. So it is daily routine habit. So there will be no problem. They are maintaining, they are balancing the environment. So they are planting trees. So when they need, they are chopping. But they are not stopping of planting trees. So it's going on. It's a continuous process. First day, second day, third day, fourth day. 10 days they did, for example. After 10, the first plant is ready for chopping. So what will happen? They will chop first day. So again, 11th day they will start. And second day, 12th day. So there it is a continuous process. There will be no bondage, there will be no stopping. So it is going on continuously. So then they get a good environment, and at the same time they are getting rainfall, they are getting food for animals. At the same time they are growing plants and trees. So it is also their primary responsibility. If you think that if it is only responsibility of government to take care, it is only responsibility of government to save environment, it is the responsibility of government to plant trees. It is not the responsibility of government or somebody else. It is our own responsibility, because it is our environment. If we have to save it, if we won't save this, it will harm us. If you harm, it will harm us. So when we started saving, it will save us. It will give us a good products. It will give us good resources. So start saving. Then you will be saved. What transformation did you see? One of the bigger transformation that I saw was the ability of an ordinary illiterate woman to understand and to be able to plant trees that in 5 or 10 years became big trees, and she was able to cut them and be able to give herself energy and to be able to sell those trees and give herself an income, to be able to feel confident that she had done something for herself. That sense of pride, sense of dignity, that they are not begging, that they are not doing things for themselves, was empowering. The transformation was very, very powerful. So the first transformation, what are the changes and what are the reformation or transformation you have found when you are going to explain all those things for the woman? The first one is, an ordinary illiterate woman became a big businessman. Big business means because they started planting trees every day. After 10 years, they become rich people. How? They are selling the firewood. They are getting natural resources. They are getting good proper food for their animals. So they are not beggars now. They're not asking other people to give some money or to help them. Now they become professionals. They become rich people. They become businessmen. At the same time, they are the good environmentalists, and they started saving the environment, and they are getting themselves products, and they are giving good nature for others. So that was the greatest transformation I have seen. That was the first one. And that ability of an ordinary illiterate woman to become extraordinary people. Next one is, the other is the transformation of the landscape. Places where there was dust, there are no more dust. There are trees, even birds and rabbits. They come back, and they make the environment very beautiful. There is a shade, and sometimes even dry springs come back because the water is not running. The water is going into the ground. Very profound transformation. And the other transformation that I saw was the willingness of the people to fight over their rights, to decide that they have a right to good, clean environment, to decide that they will fight for their forests. They will protect their forests, and they will not allow corrupt leaders to take their public land. So second transformation, what she found is landscape. One is their ability, and second one is the landscape. The total landscape has been changed. How it was changed previously, there was no trees. Now it became more trees. And with more trees, it became big forest. And with the help of all the animals, all the birds, all the rabbits, they came back. And they make environment clean and green. And now the water is going into, the water was going underground. And it became more possibilities to get rainfalls. So when you get more rainfall, the trees will grow fast. When the trees go more fast, they will give more products. When they grow more products, the people will get more money. So it became great change. The second one is landscape. And third one, the change is they got civic education. That is, they are initiating, and they are taking care of their own environment. They are saying that it is our responsibility to take care of environment. We don't want other people to take. We can take our environment. We can take care of our environment. So they are not allowing any corrupt leaders to come in and to take other blaming words to say that it is not good, we will say this plant. So they are not allowing any person. They are saying, we want to do this, we will do this, you have to follow this. They are not allowing any people to come in to corrupt the people's mind. How do you think you can influence the rest of Africa? Our efforts will inspire other people to stop wasting their resources and their youth in wars, and instead of engaging in creating a peaceful environment, more peaceful states. I'm very happy about the fact that now in Africa, you see new efforts of ensuring that Africans engage in a dialogue, that they invest in peaceful negotiation for conflicts, that we manage our environment. We must restore our environment and try to ensure that we do not fight, because we are allowing the environment, especially the land, to be degraded, and then we fight our agricultural land and grazing land. I see a lot of hope in what is happening in Somalia, what is happening in the Sudan, and what is happening in West Africa. I see a lot of African leaders encouraging each other to engage in dialogue. So how you can influence the rest of Africa? It was very, very simple. Most of the people working in wars, they are in the army and they are working for the wars. Instead of that, if you save the natural resources, if you make equally divided the natural resources, then there will be no wars, there will be no waste of youth, there will be no deaths in the wars, there will be very peaceful atmosphere, environment. And not only that, what is happening in Somalia, in Sudan, in West Africa. So most of the people were influenced by the system what we started here, and they took the dialogue that it is our responsibility to take care of environment. Let's plant trees, let's save our environment. So they started this dialogue, and they started creating awareness. And all the rural people in Sudan, Somalia, West Africa, they already started this program of saving environment by planting trees. It was the greatest achievement I can see, and the progress what I have seen earlier till now. What is the one thing we can do? For me, my greatest activity is to plant a tree. I think that a tree is wonderful symbol of the environment, and when we plant a tree, we plant hope. We plant the future of ourselves, for our children, for the birds. We plant something that will last long after we are gone. So, what is your dream? What one can do before the death? Very simple: planting trees. Simple, planting trees. If we plant trees, we will plant hope. How hope means? If you start planting trees, it will give more oxygen. It will give more products. It will give good health for you. It will give rainfall for us. So when we start plant trees, it will give us hope. Planting hope, not only for us. We will die after some days, but the plant will live. We are planting hope for the next generation. We are planting for the good environment for the next generation, for the birds, for the animals. So start planting trees. Start planting trees. What the government of Telangana, government of Andhra Pradesh already started the programs. So be in the part of that. Start planting trees for every birthday. Most of the people, recently one of my friend has been celebrated a birthday. On his birthday he gifted a plant, and he planted the tree there. So it was very good a chance when you are at the time of your birthdays. Don't forget, start planting trees. One day or today or tomorrow. So when you feel comfortable, when you have an empty place in your home, in front of your home, beside of your home, you start planting tree. That gives you are planting hope. Thank you for watching. This is the end of this interview with Wangari Matai. How she achieved success through environment, how she made peaceful atmosphere, how she made peace over the hardness and peace over all the difficulties. That was the end of this lesson. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for watching this video, and have a great day. Meet you in the next class. Bye bye.